Hi, Artisan Loom, here with another one of my original designs, and it is called, whoops, that went black on me, Firefly Twilight. And I absolutely loved it with the black sweets because it had the little green to it. And then the Persian, I think, apple 600 count bands I used as well. And I just absolutely love the name, and I love the sparkle that it gives off in the green, which reminded me of fireflies. So that's what I'm going to be making. I made it 19 weeks ago, so I'm going to attempt to recreate it in some different colors that maybe don't look Twilight or Firefly-ish. So anyhow, it is a 5 pin bar setup. Your first two and your last two are at the same height. Then you drop one down in the center. It's going to be 2 full loom lengths long. And so go ahead and pick your colors and we'll get started. For this one I'm going to do my border in the medieval white. And what I'm going to do is I went ahead and took a 6/0 seed bead, and I'm going to seed bead the side of it every other one with a plain band beaded band. And so we'll go ahead and get started. Start at the tip, go over towards the left, and to the border. So just follow this. Okay, and then you're just going to go up all the way to the end. I believe we're going to the end. Let me make for certain. Yes, we are going to the end. You're going to stop the second peg from the top, and then when you come to the point, that will be the top of the loom. So I'm going to do a plain band first, and then a beaded band, and then a plain band and beaded band. Okay, so that's what I'm going to do on both sides. So I'm going to go off camera and let you go, but do it the exact same on one side as you do on the other to the end. So I finished it, and now what we're going to do is lay our center single chain. And what I did as well is I took a bead and I strung it on the band that I'm going to do in the 600 count. I don't know what it's called. Let me see what it's called. Pearl or penguin black. Okay, and I'm going to just, let's see, I'm going to start off with a plain band. And then I'm going to do the beaded band. Hopefully I'll try to keep these from getting too terribly twisted. They're gonna twist regardless, but anyhow. And then a plain band and a beaded band. So you're gonna do it just like you did the border. If I can get these two to come apart. Okay. And I'm gonna make sure that I guess these are dragonflies. Make sure they're both faced the same way. These 600 count bands drive me nuts because they're so thin and they twist like anything. And so I'm going to go a little bit slower. I'm going to go off camera. Every other band will be a beaded band going a single chain down the center. So now that we have the single chain, now we're going to need stretchy bands for this. I probably should have used the 600 count bands for this as well, but I'm going to use the, this is red sweets or, yeah, burgundy sweets, that's what it is. But it's going to have to span over all four of these pegs, okay? So we're going to go just like this. Okay? So good quality stretchy bands. You're going to do the same thing going up. Trying to keep them from twisting too much. Won't be such a pain at the end. And you'll do this the entire way up the loom. Okay, so I'm going to go off camera, try to finish this part up, and then I'll meet you back. So the next step is we are going to lay bands right here. One going there to there, one going over. Okay, super simple. That's what we're going to do the entire way. Diagonal, straight across, diagonal, straight across. Okay, do the same thing on this side. Diagonal, sorry about this, straight across, diagonal, straight across. Okay, so do that the entire way up the loom, please. Okay. That's done. Now I'm going to move on. And I believe I've got some metallic silver that I'm going to be using. And what we're going to do is you need real good stretchy bands for this part too, because it's got to do the long stretch. Just like that. And then you'll do a small stretch. Okay, just like that. Looks like arms and legs, but no head. And then what you're going to do is where you ended off here, you're going to do the long stretch again on both sides. And then the short one. So it's not hard, just push your bands down. Okay, so you're just making little headless men going up the up the loom till you get to the top. So go ahead and finish that out. I took the silver off, the metallic silver, because I wanted to tie in the black that I had for the single chain. I needed to tie another black somewhere in the design, and this is the last that we're going to be laying of the bands. So that's why I chose to take it off. Okay, so now we are ready to turn the loom around. Okay, you are going to need a cap band on all three of these pegs. I do triple cap bands. You can do whatever your heart desires, but I just like the triple better. Okay, move some of my stuff around. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to go in through this cap band. Okay, and instead of bringing it back to itself, we're just going to bring it straight up. So go in, grab that band, and bring it straight up. You go on the other side, grab that band, and bring it straight up. Okay, it's not that hard. And then we are going to go into the next one and bring it back to itself. So we'll go in the center here under these two, and we will bring that back to itself on both sides. Just like that. And we're going to do the same thing. Let me see here. What do we got here? Yeah, we'll do the same thing. So we'll go into here, and instead of bringing it back to itself, we're going to bring it straight up. Same with here. So these little diagonals are going straight up, but the big diagonals will go back to themselves. So then this one will go back to itself. Okay? The small ones will go straight up. So go ahead and do that the entire way down the loom, please. Okay. I did want to say the reason I don't have this in hand is I gave the Firefly Twilight to an awesome loomer, my looming son, Jim Bob Looms. And so he has my original, so I do not even have that one. Anyhow, so we're going to work on these gray sweets that we had laid here, and we're going to go in through this cap band, but instead of bringing it back to itself, we're going to bring it straight up. Okay, we'll just bring it straight up. And then we'll go into here and bring it to the left. Okay, and then the next one, oops, straight up, and then over to the left. Straight up, and over to the left. Okay, so that's super simple, isn't it? I would say so. We're going to do the same thing over here. We're going to go in through this cap band, and instead of bringing this gray sweets back to itself, we're going to just bring it straight up, okay? And then we'll go in through here and bring it over towards the border. Go back in here and get that gray sweets and bring it straight up. Go into here and bring it to the border. Straight up and to the border. Okay, so I'm going to have you finish that part for me. I was mistaken on this having to span over all these. You have them all. This is the red or the burgundy sweets that are right here. We're not going to bring it back to all three of these. All we're going to do is go into this cap band and grab that burgundy sweets just like this. Give it a little stretch and then bring it straight up. Okay, so I guess it's not that bad. Going through here, grab the burgundy sweets, give it a little bit of a stretch, straight up. Okay, so I'm going to have you finish your burgundy sweets or whatever colors you put there all the way up. We're not done with the burgundy sweets. I should have watched this over, but that's why you needed stretchy bands. So we're going to go into this peg. We're going to grab the other end of that burgundy sweets and bring it in towards the center. We're going to do it the same way on this side, just like that. Okay, go up to the next one, bring it to the center, to the center, to the center, to the center. One more, to the center, to the center, go off camera, finish that part up. Now we've got to go into this cap band and we're going to do our single chain going up. So that's all it is your single chain going up. Super simple. Okay, I'm going to let you finish that, but in the meantime I'll show you the next step, which is going to be your border. So you're just going to bring your border around and then go up. So this is the last step before we take it off the loom. Okay, and you'll go all the way up. Same with over here. Okay, I'm going to go off camera and I'm going to finish my single chain going up the center to the end, and then I'm going to finish my border all the way up, and then you can meet me up at the top with the C-clip and we'll take it off. Okay, so now we are done. Brought both borders up. I'm going to put my hook through all these bands, grab a band, bring it up and over onto my hook. And I'm going to take a C-clip and I'm going to put it on both of these bands and let it hang out there with the hook. And if you want to look on the side, you can look on the side to see. It looks like it's all loomed up, so it should not fall apart. Okay, here's my hook. I'm looking for my hook. It was right in front of my face. Okay, so now all we're going to do is we're going to loosen the tension on both sides. Okay. And then I'm just going to take it off of each peg from there on. I'm not going to try to rip it off. I don't rip my designs off. Okay, so I'm going to take mine off the loom, and I'll meet you back here with the results. Took it off the loom. Whoa, I'm pretty in love with this one. Oh my goodness, look at this design. So happy that I made it. I'm just going to stretch out the edges real good and then stretch it this way, and look, it lays flat, nice and flat. It's nice and flexible. It's not anything real super tight like we're used to. And ooh, I'm so love this. And I'm glad that I chose the opaque black and tied it in, because I think if I would have done silver up underneath, then it would have been okay, but I really like the fact that I used black. And it really ties it in. Okay, I'm going to fix my bands, fix my beads. Obviously, I don't like when these are wrong, so I'm going to go through and I'm going to fix all my bands and move my beads to the center of my bands on the side. Just get everything cleaned up, looking nice, and then I'll be back to show you my finished results. So I fixed the bands and I'm absolutely love it. And I slid the beads down the center, and so this is the result. Really, really cool. Way cool, actually. And it's not super tight of a design. It's actually quite pliable. Lays nice and flat. And it's really, really awesome. And those colors are awesome. So I'm in love with both renditions. The Firefly Twilight in the greens and the, what is it? The Black Sweets that has the little flecks of green in it. And then I absolutely love this one. So I hope you enjoyed this tutorial, and I hope you decide to make one. If you do, please tag and hashtag your renditions to Artisan Loom, and subscribe to my YouTube channel. All right. Thank you very much. Take care. Bye.